Hello, everybody. Hey, how are you this week? Joe here, coming to you with the Q&A for last week. We talked about healing and healing from the inside out, and had some very interesting questions come up. But the one I wanted to address today is, how do I heal? Just going to read that what was said. How do I heal when life continually throws challenges at me and it keeps me in continual overwhelm? Aha, yes, 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 yes. Firstly, I'd like to say that, yeah, healing is a journey, and it's something that we, need to be focusing on a daily basis, really, because there's always something coming up that we need to address or look at. But however, in that focusing, we have to pay attention to what we actually are focusing on. What are the thoughts that are coming up for you that are creating the feelings of that, and that emotion of overwhelm, or whether it's overwhelm, stress, guilt, struggle, challenges that keep facing. And what I would like to say is that if that's what is coming up for you on a daily basis, then you really have to start by looking at breaking that cycle and doing the things that are going to take you away from overwhelm and take you away from stress, take you away. Because the more that you focus on that, the more that they're showing up for you is an indication that your thoughts are really creating that, because that's what you're thinking about having in your life. So guess what? That's what shows up, because we're all energy. And if we're putting out a vibration of stress and overwhelm and, any emotions, anger, frustration, anxiety, whatever's coming up for you, it's an indication that we're actually focusing on the emotions that are creating that, or the feelings that are creating that. So if we can bring in more good feelings and focusing on the way that we want to feel. How do you want to feel? Want to feel success, you want to feel happiness, you want to feel contentment, you want to feel love, you want to feel connection, whatever it is that you want to feel, focus on that, and eventually it will, dissolve the overwhelm. And the only way I know how to do that on a continual basis is to practice in your meditation. Meditation is the most powerful tool that we have to actually bring it back and connect to ourself, to truly connect to that source of who we really are, who we were born to be. We were born out of love, in love, with love, so we're pure love. And we have actually, over time become, by the demands of society and what we see around us, have created this sense of, all the emotional stuff that does come up for us. So start with your meditation, because many of us are searching for all of these things: happiness, success, contentment, love, peace, all those lovely, wonderful feelings that would be beautiful to live in. Okay. However, could be, is unrealistic, because if we're in that all the time, we'd be a monk, we'd be some sort of saint, and let's face it, we're not. So these are all, and people are looking for that. Where I was going with, people are looking for that on the outside. So they're looking for it in the things that they buy, the things that they purchase, the things that they collect to make them feel good, the people they hang out with that make them feel good, but not necessarily serving them. The people, and sometimes we hang out with people to make us feel good, but really, how's that serving us? We need to feel good from our inside. And people pleasing and doing things that others want rather than what you want, and the experiences that others want you to experience rather than what do you really want to experience. And all of these things that we do actually gives us a sense of, or a temporary feeling of feeling good or feeling high, or whatever you want to call it. But it's really a short-term gain to mask the long-term pain that we're all suffering, and the deep, I guess, emotions, trauma, whatever it is for you that you're feeling. So I would definitely suggest we need to break that cycle of all the feelings that aren't serving us, all the fear and the guilt and the overwhelm, the stress, all the stuff that's not feeling us, the sadness, and it's not serving us for our long-term emotional well-being. And start by, can start by breaking that cycle by actually implementing a practice. And, people say, I haven't got time for that, or, well, do you want to consistently live in those states of emotions? We need to make time to do the things that are going to make the most difference in our life. Okay. And to truly find that love and connection with the self is the only, which is by the way, the number one human need. We need to bring it back to ourselves, and we need to do the things that are going to make the most difference, and see the most changes in our lives to create that. So firstly, sit, in meditation. And if you are going through your day feeling the overwhelm, feeling the stress, feeling all those things, I would encourage you to stop and just, breathe, feel it. And if it's something that's a part of your daily routine, a practice every morning of just feeling that overwhelm, going into that feeling of overwhelm. Where is it in your body? Things show up in your body, little indicators. Yeah, okay, because emotions manifest physically as well. And this is the this is something we really need to be aware of, that our emotions can actually create our illnesses. They can actually create the long-term pain physically coming out in our body. So I want you to pay attention to where that pain is in your body, the pain of that emotion, and feel it. Really feel it, sit with it, go into it, become one with it, befriend it, see where it is, what does it want. It's all indicators of what's, they're indicators of what's going on in your life. And you can really truly heal it if you have the patience and the consistency to continually go back and dissolving it from that space of stillness and connection, and practicing that on a daily basis. It's vital for our health. It's vital for our well-being. So I want you to just sit with those emotions that you say that you're feeling every day, and just be with it. Just watch it dissolve in you. Is there something underneath that? What's coming up for you in those moments? And really, it will teach you how your body will heal itself. It's an amazing machine that it has the ability to, and uniquely, heal itself. I mean, on top of that, we need to pay attention to our eating. Our health, what we put into our bodies is imperative to healing as well. But if you can get the mind, body, spirit working as a trilogy, it can truly, truly be a powerful way to heal thyself. Now, I understand that this may also bring up some, trauma. Some people aren't healing from trauma from the past, and in those situations, I urge you to reach out and talk to somebody professional, somebody that is, that can help you move through this and dissolve it from a place of love and compassion. So if there's something that you feel is deeper than what you can handle on your own, I definitely would definitely urge you to reach out and find a good person or therapist or coach, whatever, that you feel that is right for you. And I'm happy to be that person if you feel connected to me, to work with you to move through this, so it doesn't eventually cause dis-ease in your body. Dis-ease, as a dis-ease in your body, because that will eventually long-term lead to, could be chronic disease. But there is always something in your body that's manifesting is an indicator that something emotional is going on for you. And it needs to be addressed before it becomes an issue and a problem. So reach out. I would love to support you in that. I do 30-minute, discovery course or strategy calls to see whether we're a right fit for each other before I take anyone on. But yeah, definitely some of the tools I use are powerful, and they will help you, move through this process at a much easier, gentle pace to heal that body of yours. So reach out if you need to. Love to you all. Have a wonderful week, and I'll speak to you next week. Namaste.